Hello, Rushback here again, and today I'm going to be giving you my gun review of the Commando. Now, this is going to be an interesting review because I'm not a fan of this gun. Now, I think I'm the only person I know who doesn't like this Commando. I don't really know why. I think the more I play Black Ops, the more I realise that I think I only prefer guns with a higher fire rate. That's because I mostly rush, meaning I'm closer to enemies, and the Commando has a slower fire rate. So having faster fire rate guns is going to be better in closer range scenarios, obviously, because it's going to be a quicker kill because bullets are coming out your gun quicker. But the Commando is a very good gun if used appropriately. This gun, in my hands at least, is awful close range. It just doesn't seem to be very good at all. But mid to long range, this gun is pretty damn awesome, to be fair. Wow, just copied tape. Oh man. But yeah, the Commando is a very good gun, and there is one main reason you want to be using this thing. First of all, the low fire rate isn't really a bad thing, because one thing, you're going to preserve ammo, meaning you're not going to eat through bullets, and this is basically the ideal team deathmatch weapon, or the ideal weapon you use for like holding a flag on domination, not really being the flag cap itself, but keeping enemies off, like for example the B flag, you may be defending that, maybe in search and destroy if you're defending a certain area. But basically, like I'm trying to say, this is a very defensive weapon, and having a lower fire rate and very high power is exactly the sort of thing you'll be looking for. So if you're sort of person who likes to use the G11, maybe the M16, maybe the Commando could be a fully automatic handoff for it. Maybe you might like it. But basically, the Commando is a 40 damage bullet, meaning it's a 2 to 3 bullet kill if you mix in a headshot. So you may get a two bullet kill if you mix in a headshot there. And it's so that's mid to long. Close to mid range is 40 damage, and mid to long range is a 30 damage. So pretty much this gun's gonna be between a 2 and a 4 bullet kill, meaning it's one of the most powerful guns in the game. It is pretty much the most powerful assault rifle in its class. Not a lot really compares with it. I think the G11 might. No, I don't think it does actually. I think the AK-47 and the not entirely sure, to be fair. I'm not going to try and make this up. But basically, the Commando is one of the most powerful, and like I say, the perfect scenario for this gun is trying to hold a defensive role. If you watch most of my videos and you see my attacking style, if you're using that sort of thing, this gun may work for you. It just doesn't work for me. And let's move on to the attachments. So the attachments, you got the usual ensemble of different. Well, no, yeah, I know I'm French, I know. The usual ensemble of different attachments. So you got your extended mags, dual mags, ACOG, red dot, reflex, silencer, dual mags, infrared, all that sort of stuff. But I think there's maybe 2 or 3 ones you really want to be using. Now, extended mags is always a good way to go with any gun because you get a higher clip size, meaning you need to reload less. And if you're in a gun battle, instead of having to reload or switch to your pistol or anything like that, you'll have another 15 bullets in the clip, because this is 30 bullets in a clip, if you didn't know. And extended mags will take it to 45, so if you're sort of person who likes to spray and your accuracy is not that great, maybe that could be a good way for you to go. So extended mags pretty much works on any gun, and saves you from reloading and will save your life quite a bit. It's pretty much the reason why I use it on my 74U, but that's a different thing. Dual mags is always a good way to go, so if you want to play team deathmatch and you don't want to use scavenger, dual mags, if you didn't know, not only does it give you a much faster reload once in every 2, you get twice the ammo on your spawn, so you'll get twice the amount of ammo you would do normally, which is pretty nice. So if you're playing a team deathmatch game mode where you think to be alive for a long period of time, and you might want more ammo, so that's always a good way to go. But a good way I like to use this gun, which I'm not in this video at least, is using the silencer. I feel the Commando is one of the best silence weapon there is, purely because powerful weapons with the silencer do generally work, and because the Commando has very little recoil, has a low fire rate, and high power, the silencer readers work very well with this. So if you want to be a ninja, like for example, this is the perfect team deathmatch class for me basically. You can stick a silencer on this thing, stick on, I don't know, Ghost. I like to use Ghost in team deathmatch, guys. It's an objective game mode where the objective is to die less, and Ghost will do that. I don't condone Ghost once again in like domination or search and destroy or anything like that. But in team deathmatch and free for all, in my eyes, it works, and it's fine. So. And I shouldn't say that, I shouldn't really promote it and people will abuse it, but that's my view, so take it or leave it regardless. So yeah, the silencer works. It's probably one of the best silenced assault rifles in its class, to be fair. And if you haven't used a silencer with it, which a lot of people haven't, you really should, because it works basically. But I think in this video I can't really see my previous screen, but I'm either using the red dot or the reflex. It might be the reflex, but I'm not entirely sure. Both of these starts work very, very well, and in my hands at least, it seems to be a little bit better with the red dot and the reflex. I'm not entirely sure why. I can't really explain this, to be honest, but I just like it with this. So pretty much what I'm trying to say here, guys, is all the attachments work. Most of the guns I talk about in my gun reviews, I can pretty much say, right, use this attachment. Like 74U, I pretty much always say use the extended mags, and there isn't really much point using anything else. With the FAMAS, I like to say if you use the red dot. Well, the FAMAS is probably another one you can use a lot with, but the Commando is literally one of the best weapons to use with the silencer. Even though I'm not using it in this game, it's probably my recommended thing to use it. If you like the iron sights are pretty good. The iron sights are pretty similar to the M16's iron sights, which is a love and hate relationship, sort of. So, if you like the iron sights, please run with the silencer. It's pretty cool. So in terms of recommending classes, there's not really a lot I can say, really. The first bloke's always a redundant one. You can use, I don't know, pretty much scavengers where you're going to be going with it. I'm not entirely sure what I'm using here again, but I like to run with lightweight in most of my classes. Probably not a recommended thing, but I like to sprint around a bit quicker. But the only recommendation I will give is use sleight of hand, because like I say, this doesn't have a high fire rate, meaning looking down your sights is going to be a thing you need to do quickly. If someone does run up to you, its hip fire is decent, but sleight of hand pro is pretty much what I use on all my classes, guys. If you're not using it, then fair play, but it's pretty much a habit, almost. I think sleight of hand's a habit ever since Modern Warfare 2. Looking down your sights super quickly seems to have a huge advantage, and I win many gunfights because of people run up to me and I'm not like aiming down my sights for a long period of time. However, perks like Warlord would work. I think sleight of hand, not sleight of hand, steady aim is kind of pointless, because like I say, if it's more a defensive weapon, holding down an area, and firing from the hip isn't really necessary. So my recommendations would either be Warlord or Sleight of Hand Pro. Warlord, if you're using it, maybe use the red dot on the silencer. Again, if you was playing Team Deathmatch, that'd be a pretty good class to use. But I'm not going to bore you throughout this video, guys. I'm going to cut it short here. The game's nearly finished. I'm using the Commando red dot on Domination on a bad map called Array. Using a bad gun, in my opinion. I really don't like this thing. Anyway, in terms of a rush rating then, I'm going to give this gun a 78. I would give it higher, but it's just, in my hands, in my opinion, it just doesn't work that well. It seems to be only good at one thing, and because it was really low fire rate, there's just so many better guns out there. So a 78 is still fairly respectable, higher than most. But anyway, comment, rate, subscribe, guys. Make sure you leave me a comment about what gun review you want to see next, because I'll do that. And I'll see you next video, guys. Alright, peace.